Now, I'd argue that one of the worst feelings in the world is going to bed knowing that you did not get everything done that day that you could have gotten done. That is the worst feeling, and I know that we both relate to that because every single person does it. But in the last 2 days, today being the second day, I've done this thing where I cannot be unproductive. I cannot go to bed saying, oh, I didn't get everything done. So I'm very excited to share this with you. I'm just going to go right into it. Please listen to the whole video because I really want you to comprehend this. This is actually changing my life right now, okay? Every single distraction that you have, every single thing that you could do that is unproductive, you need to eliminate it. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for so long, but I haven't even been doing it to the magnitude that I'm doing it at right now. So let's take a step back to the weekend where I was basically wasting a lot of time on my phone. And I saw that. I saw my screen time. I was like, I just wasted a few good hours of the day where I could have been doing stuff. Why is this? Now I look at the apps that I'm using. And I'm like, all right, is this really necessary? Is this necessary for me to have this app? Can I not just have it on my computer instead and, check on it every once in a while? And I said, yeah, I actually can delete it. I don't need it. Like, I do not need this app. So what did I do? I deleted every single app that was unproductive. So now, guess what? Every app that I have on my phone, it's beneficial. I want to be on my phone, honestly. Being on my phone is a good thing. I don't just want to be on it because it's fun. No, it's not even necessarily fun. But it gets work done when I'm on my phone. Right, I have things like reading apps, note-taking apps, like just normal like function things like settings, like the clock app or like the camera app, which I'm using to film right now. All these apps that I could possibly use, they're getting things done in my life. They're advancing me in, for example, YouTube, basketball, with communication, something like that. So there's no possible bad thing that is on my phone. And the phone is the thing that stops us from being productive. Guarantee it probably is a thing for you. Now, if it's not, I really recommend figuring out what is and eliminating that. I have 2 videos actually with video games and why you should quit and how to quit, right? I've personally been free like actually almost 2 years now from video games. And yeah, that used to be a huge issue for me. I would procrastinate with video games, right? So you could eliminate that. You could eliminate whatever kind of things are on your computer by adding like Chrome extensions to block out certain apps. There's so many different changes you can make, but whatever it is for you, I want you to basically kind of just analyze your day, how you go about your day, and see, well, what am I doing that's unproductive? Then write it down. You can study this for even a week because I want you to be intentional with this. I don't want this to be a video that you forget about. I don't want this to be a strategy that you just try for one day. If it really takes this time, take a week and analyze every single unproductive thing that you're doing in the day. And if it's truly unproductive and it's truly not getting you anywhere, like nowhere at all, get rid of it entirely. Why wouldn't you? Right? Now, for me personally, like, again, I've always said this, Instagram, I just have on my computer because it's good to have for basketball. Same thing with Twitter. But I'm not overly obsessive over it to the point where I check it all the time. I'll check it once or maybe even twice, but a lot of the time I don't even check it within the day at all. I just check it if I really think that there's something important that's going to be on there. Like, let's say I just had some basketball tournament and maybe there was some posts about me. Okay, I'll log in and I'll see, for myself if there's some posts or maybe I got a message, right? But aside from that, I don't want to get off topic. I'm just saying that there could be some exceptions to this, right? You need to figure that out for yourself. But then analyze if this change that you made with this app being on your computer, you need to make sure that that's not making you be unproductive. So if Instagram ever gets too crazy where I get like addicted and I'm spending an hour a day on it, then I'll delete it entirely off my computer. Or I'd add some like Chrome extension to limit my use of it. But from the standpoint of what you can do easily, get rid of the apps entirely. I'd say that 2 of the biggest distractions and procrastinating tools that we've been using are our phones and video games. So just right there, if you can get rid of these, then you are going to have no way to be unproductive. Every single thing that you do is going to be productive. Because guess what's going to happen? And this has been happening to me today and it happened to me yesterday. If I get bored, like really, really bored, so bored to the point where I'd rather like sit than do some work. Okay, that's fine. I'll literally sit in my chair and just wait. But at that point, I'm getting so bored to the point where I would rather do homework than sit in my chair. Or I would rather make a plan for a video that was like, bugging me, like a lot of work going into the video, right? I would rather do that than just sitting in a chair. Anyone would. Science backs this up. Literally look into any article ever written about this. Science backs it up. There was actually a test where they put people into a room, like alone, like they had multiple people, but they had them in a room alone, and they would rather shock themselves, like a painful shock, than just sit there doing nothing. The majority of people were willing to shock themselves, inflict pain on themselves, than just sit still. So now things like homework or doing something beneficial like working out, that's not going to seem all crazy to you anymore. Because compared to just sitting in a chair doing nothing, this seems like the best thing of all time, right? I got right from school and I was already making a plan for the video. I filmed this is like my 5th video that I've filmed today. I haven't been at this rate of production ever. And that's why I'm saying yesterday I was so hyped when I went to bed, because there was like a long stretch, like many months, where I would go to bed and I was like, I could have gotten more done today. But yesterday was the first day where I was genuinely satisfied. And it's tough to satisfy myself, and I'm not saying that in some cocky way, like I'm sure it is for everyone, but I want to hold myself to high standards. So at the end of the day, the fact that I was really happy with how I did yesterday, that told me a lot. That told me that this strategy is really worth telling to you. Okay, so that's my recommendation. Fix the surroundings around you. Rely on your setting and not your own discipline. I've talked about this in smaller videos, but this I really think is going to help you with the more in-depth explanation. So if you have any questions, I'm definitely willing and I'm glad to help you actually implement this strategy. With that being said, I'm not even going to have some video to point to, because I simply just want you to take the actionable steps of deleting the apps or deleting the video games or eliminating any single unproductive thing that you can. So no end screen, no videos to the side, none of that. I want you to actually make this change. With that being said, thank you for watching. I'm out. Be well, be blessed. Peace.